drink water, work out, eat healthy, and shout. This is temporary, work harder. This is temporary, don't pout. This is temporary, think smarter. This is temporary.
No doubt.
Yeah. What's up, and welcome back to This is Temporary, hosted by your girl Aleah. Y'all, today is a very special day. I am very honored. I'm going to interview my mom. Keep watching, because it's gonna go down. She comes. Super fanny pack on What's up, man? I have my mom in the house. Are we gonna introduce you by name or?
Mama.
Okay, this
Monty.
So, let's just get started. I don't know how personal you want to get, but as far as like sicknesses and health, you're looking at a breast cancer survivor. You're looking at someone who was told that she wouldn't live past how old?
12 due to rheumatic fever.
Yeah, she wouldn't live past 12. You're looking at someone who was told that she wouldn't have any kids. She has 3 beautiful daughters, 6 beautiful grandkids. I mean, and she retired and she doing a whole other job. Like, what? So let's get into this thing, cause like, all right, I need to know what kind of prayers was said, what kind of, I don't know, when the doctor diagnosed you and said that you wouldn't live past 12 because of sickle cell and
it was rheumatic fever.
Rheumatic fever.
Yes.
Okay, so what was going, did you know?
I did not. My sister told me later.
Wow, so you just stayed like as a normal kid?
Well, I knew I was bedridden for a while,
Mm-hmm.
but I didn't know why. My mama didn't tell me, but my sister did.
So as a child, what was going through your head? Like, you know, being in the bed while the other kids were playing?
I was just, wondering why I always had to have the sore throat and just look outside at them playing and doing their thing. But I was so used to being sick because I had asthma that it really didn't.
It was sort of normal.
Yeah, it was normal.
Okay, that makes a lot of sense. And it's, progressing. When you finally made it to 12, when you made it to 13, when you made it to 14, how was that? Like, when you were told that you wouldn't make it that far?
The doctors didn't tell me that. That's what my sister said. But so I guess it really didn't just affect me until after I realized and I looked back at what the sicknesses meant. And so I'm like, man, I'm glad I didn't dwell on that.
So does this bother you to this day?
It does not. I just know that man cannot tell when it's my time to go.
Man can't say nothing whenever. If God always has the final say.
Yes.
Period. But yes, so like moving forward, teen years, did you start to get to live normal as a normal teenager?
I did. And I enjoyed my teenage years.
Oh, what you do?
I did some of everything. Most things from where I became a mother.
So how old were you when you became pregnant with your first child?
16.
And was that something that, how did you feel? What kind of emotions were you going through?
Well, when I found out, I thought I wasn't because I really hadn't had sex. And I know that's crazy to say, but it's like she was a miracle.
Well, explain it a little more. What you mean? I didn't have sex.
I didn't have complete intercourse.
So y'all just...
Yeah, he just touched it.
Mm-hmm. And that was enough to make a baby.
That was it.
So what would you tell a teenager that's 15 and pregnant, 16 and pregnant, like going through that right now? Like, what would you tell her?
Stay in school. Don't beat yourself up, and from now on, use protection. And just love that child with everything in you.
Oh, that's so cute. I wasn't that child. Just saying, I was a baby. So, did you graduate high school?
I did.
And how old was your daughter when you graduated high school? Was she
I don't even know. I don't know.
It was a blur.
Because really, I have people that stepped up and really took care of her.
And they helped out. So
even my niece that was in high school, she and I were the same age, and she would come get her on the weekend. She had her in my graduation.
Family is important.
I don't know if she was walking, but she was one.
Well, that's really cool. So, whenever you graduated high school, did you have any, like, what did you do after high school?
I went to a technical school, and I worked 2 jobs. I wanted to go to the Air Force, but they told me that since I was a teenage mom and I wasn't married, I would have to give custody of my child over, so I refused to do that.
Well, that makes sense. That makes a lot of sense. Wow, do they still do that now?
I don't know.
Wow, that's crazy. But I mean, I guess because they would be taking you away from her all the time, pretty much. If you went. Glad you didn't, because I probably wouldn't be here if you did. Being a young mother, what was some of your biggest challenges?
I had none except for a car that had bad tires. I had a flat all the time. And once I even had to walk in the cold with my daughter. But
was it a long walk?
No, a hitchhiker. I mean, somebody picked us up.
I'm glad you still here. Oh my God. Would y'all hop in the car with anybody? It was just a random.
It was cold, yeah. It was a random person.
I had picked up a mother and a kid before.
Yeah.
And she was like, it was raining. She was like, thank you so much.
God provides.
That's facts. So speed it up a little bit, because when did I come along?
When I was like 23.
Okay, so it's a sister in between me and my oldest sister. I'm the baby of us 3. So how was it balancing 3 girls at 23?
It was easy because I guess I started so young. Y'all were like playmates.
Buddy. Hey, buddy.
You know? I guess it got real when I realized I did not want to be on the system.
Mm.
So I had to leave.
And the system meaning food stamps, WIC,
right,
and all that.
I left y'all for 6 weeks to get a job that had benefits. And that was hard to leave y'all.
Mm-hmm. And this is the job you retired from.
Correct.
Yes, I remember the day my mama, well, I remember when she got the job, because she picked us up from school in this new whip. Like, hey, I could barely get in there, but it was just like, okay, times is changing. But yeah, that's really cool. So after getting that job and, you know, getting us back after, you know, I know that had to be hard to not see your babies and stuff like that. After getting the job, did things start getting easier, or how did things start working out for you?
Yeah. Before I got that job, I was working for $600 a month. I had a $230 car payment that was due bi-weekly.
Dang.
And I made it. It was one payment that I was short on, and I was getting help from my daddy. He gave me a check. The check bounced, so I ended up getting it, you know. And to this day, how I fed my children, clothed them, I'm like, I look back and like, Lord, where did all this come from? Because $600 a month, and with 3 kids,
making that a week now is still a struggle. Like, that's crazy.
Yeah. So that's, I guess, when I had to just go ahead and leave them. That's what made me make that decision. Sometimes the decisions in life you make are hard, but you look at the future and just make it. I'm glad I made it early while they were still young.
Mm-hmm. Parents really do so much for us. So we working now.
Yeah.
And babies in school, all the babies in school. No kids. Are we single? We got a boo? How is the love life?
During which part? Because when I was dating, but I didn't get another serious guy friend until my first baby daddy came home, and we got married.
They got married on the spot. I remember that shit. It's like, hey, how you doing? Oh, y'all got the papers, okay. Yes. But that's so cool.
And don't rush anything. Get to know the person. And I believe in your gut, you really know what's a good decision for you. So listen to your gut.
Yeah, and don't run the good boys away.
Please don't.
Okay.
Or the shy ones. Because sometimes the shy ones, they really feel for you and you don't know it. Just be
That's
patient.
their fault. They need to open their mouth. Period. I hope some dudes that shy is watching this video, because if you don't open your mouth, how we gonna know? We might be feeling you, but we just waiting on you to make that move. You know what I'm saying? But if you don't ever make that move, we just gonna be.
And I was gullible.
Who make that move? But okay, so we're gonna fast forward it.
Yeah.
So you have 3 daughters, 6 grandchildren. I don't want to just skip to the cancer part, but I do, because I do know that it's a lot of people dealing with cancer still to this day, and it's a lot of products out there that they say are causing cancer. But when you got the news that you were diagnosed and you actually had cancer inside of you, how did you feel?
And like, something just came over me and I wasn't even aware of things around me. And because my mom passed away of breast cancer. So I'm like, Lord, you know, you took my mom from this, so you gonna take me from my kids from this? And so I couldn't tell them in person. I had to tell them over the phone and just hang up, because I know I would have gotten emotional. But check yourself. And because I was getting mammograms because I was at high risk, and the mammogram didn't catch it. I caught it, and I went to my doctor. They did a biopsy. So just know your body. Nobody can tell you what's wrong or right with you but you. And you go and make sure you get checked. Even if they don't want to demand it or go see somebody else. That's your money. You know, this is your life.
Exactly.
And I asked certain people to pray for me. And I got to a point to where I was okay. I was going to do everything that I needed to do. I have to, she prayed for me. And I know, I don't want to get emotional, so I'm going to just stop on that part. But thank you. But hey, it's been 11 years. I'm still here.
So what would you tell anyone that just got the news? They're dealing with that, you know.
Know that it's not a death sentence, and find out what triggered. Like for me, in my body, it was I produced too much estrogen, because I was like, I don't smoke. Nobody around me smokes. So smoking is not the only thing that can cause it. It's food, you know.
Deodorant.
Yes.
Toothpaste.
You have to. I mean, aerosol spray.
It's crazy. They trying to kill us out here.
You have to really be aware of what you're putting in your body. And
health as well.
Yeah, don't let anyone say, girl, you crazy for not eating this or doing that, using this, you know.
Them. Sorry. I blocked it. I tried to block it.
Do your treatments, you know, and just keep living your life.
Most definitely.
Don't take the medicine that keeps you from throwing up. I forgot what it's called, but you don't want that. You want to get that poison out of your body.
That's a very good tip right there. Appreciate that. Well, on that note, it's time to get in our challenge. So we about to get into this challenge. My mom does not like dogs, and Taz is here. Oh, he heavy.
Why can't I just hold
Taz
the dog?
is here. Say hey. Say hey, Taz. And she has to pick him up and kiss him. He's heavy, Tim. So let's get into this challenge.
I can't.
Yes, you can.
I cannot kiss that dog.
You can do whatever you want.
No, you have
Scoot over in the middle.
For 10 seconds.
I got
Hold him in your lap. Put him up. Pick him up. Put him in your lap.
It's gotta cuddle. Like hug.
No.
But scoot your chair over.
I'm ready to take the shot first.
No, I'm gonna just rub him on my lap for 10 seconds.
Okay, that's
Okay.
cool. Pick him up, put him in your lap, and rub him for 10
You
seconds.
need to love her.
Come on, Taz. Somebody put him up here.
You gotta pick him up.
Come on.
No, can't
There
help
you
him.
go.
No, you have to pick him up.
Why I gotta pick him up?
In her lap.
Oh.
He heavy, ain't he? Wow, Mom, I'm so proud of you.
4, 5. He gonna jump. 6, 7,
He looks so
8, 9,
uncomfortable.
10. Okay. He gonna jump. It's longer than 10 seconds. You gonna quit it. Okay. Good boy. Good boy, Taz.
Well, my mom passed the challenge. Like, that's rare. You don't ever see people pass the challenge. But she was supposed to kiss him. Really. So she really failed the challenge. She was trying to get around that. But, you know, I had to obey her. Are you like in the front? Okay. So let's talk about this retirement. I forgot to mention that. You have retired from a whole job and started a whole nother one as a manager. So how does it feel to be retired?
It feels awesome to be retired from my last place of employment.
What made you want to start back working? What made you want to, like, you?
Well, what made me retire was that my employees were putting me in unsafe conditions.
Mm-hmm.
So I did not want to end up injured by getting in somebody else's, caught up in their crossfire.
That makes total sense. Like, seriously.
Really, I was afforded the opportunity, so I took it.
Already. And then to continue to work, you just wanted to, or?
Yes, because I want to be comfortable. I have nothing to do, and it's part-time.
And you're so young, like.
27.
But there's not many people under the age of 50 that's actually retired. Like, that's crazy. Like, wow. High five. Yikes. No, I'm just kidding.
What?
But yeah, it's time to get into our don't think, just answer. And
Okay.
You ready?
Yeah.
You acting like you ready. So don't think, just answer. And if you can't think of an answer, just say pass.
Do you go back to it?
Mm-mm.
Okay.
Okay, and it's gonna be about 20 questions. Okay, here we go. What board game do you hate the most?
Backgammon.
If you could get rid of one disease in the world, what would it be?
Cancer. Diabetes.
One. Which one?
Cancer.
If you were offered the position of mayor of your city, would you take it?
No.
Where did you grow up?
Tunis.
What school activities did you participate in?
Basketball manager.
What's the worst job you've ever had?
The prison. At Hutchins State Jail.
Specific. What 2 languages would you like to be fluent in?
Spanish and French.
How often do you brush your teeth?
Twice daily.
Oh, what's your favorite smell?
Fresh linen.
If you could go back in time, what year would you travel to?
1985.
Would you let me slap you for $100?
I would not.
Who would you like to see naked?
Pass.
Do frogs have ears?
I don't know.
What's your favorite season?
Summer.
What's your favorite kind of music?
Inspirational.
Basketball or volleyball?
Basketball.
What's the last thing you bought?
A gift card.
What's the TV show that you secretly enjoy?
No secret. I love Mayberry and Griffith.
I never heard. Oh, and I heard Andy Griffin. What's your favorite thing to do?
Sleep. Take pictures.
If you had an American Idol audition, what song would you sing?
I don't know.
What is one thing you refuse to share?
Nothing.
Juice.
I wouldn't refuse to share my
Mama, you
juice.
would be like, this is my juice in the refrigerator. Y'all can't touch it. Period.
If someone needed it, I would share it. They didn't need. They had their options of getting what they
No,
want.
we had some little hugs
I think she's talking about my cranberry juice.
Wait, whatever, the high fructose corn syrup, them little hugs, I hated them. Brianna and Krisha loved them. I hated them. I hated all
She
that
never
stuff.
said that.
I hated them snack cakes.
She never said that.
I mean, it's you gotta do what you got. You know what I'm saying?
But voice your opinion.
I hate
When you told me that you like fruit, I bought you fruit.
No, I had to tell her, Mom, I can't boo-boo without fruit. And she bought me fruit. What kind of phone was your first cell phone?
It was from GTE. Flip.
What is the thing you love most about me?
Everything.
Aww. And that wraps up our Don't Think, Just Answer. Do you have anything that you would like to just give advice to anybody going through anything in life that they just need to keep going?
Keep pushing. Pray until something happens. Never give up.
What if they don't believe in God?
Keep pushing. Never give up. Just know it's going to get better.
Just know it's gonna get better. Know that everything in this life is temporary. It don't matter what season you in, it's temporary. You gonna look back into last year and it's gonna be like, dang, that was nothing compared to what I'm going through now. But make sure you keep drinking your water. Make sure you keep working out. Make sure you keep eating healthy. And you know what I'm saying? You already know.
Drink water, drink water,
work out.